There's a lot to consider before popping the question. It turns out your career should be tops on that list. Workers in certain jobs are getting divorced a lot more than others by the age of 30. The career website Zippia did this survey, and joining us this afternoon to talk about the careers most likely to lead to an unhappy ever after is family law attorney Jennifer Hargrave. Jennifer, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
It's understandable that being in the military can be tough on a marriage, but why would the divorce rate be so high for people in supply chain management or even library assistants?
I know that I thought the results were rather surprising. It makes sense with military because we think of things like travel, somebody who's deployed and they're apart from their spouse for a long period of time, that would lead to marital troubles. But I agree, some of the supply chain, people, that was a surprise to me as well.
Are there best careers out there for a long and happy marriage?
It turns out that being a clergy person actually makes for a good marriage, according to some of the survey results. And lawyers and doctors fare pretty well in the marital satisfaction arena, which I was also surprised by.
Yeah, and you've done this for a couple of years, Jennifer. What kind of trends have you seen over the years?
I think anytime you have a job or a career that creates a lot of stress, that stress will translate into the marriage, and it can be difficult to have a satisfying marriage. So, I think that's what made it surprising to me that lawyers weren't higher on the list. But definitely, it's interesting to see that you have different levels of marital satisfaction based on income. That was another thing that it seems the lower the level of income, the more marital dissatisfaction there is. And that makes sense. Finances are certainly an area of stress for a lot of couples, especially right now.
Yeah, regardless of the career, I would think about that. But like library assistants really kind of threw me off on that. But would you suggest people actually check this list before getting married?
Maybe it doesn't hurt. Maybe you should check the list before you pick your career.
There you go.
In terms of, what kind of a marriage you're going to have. But I think ultimately people who are passionate about what they do and find job satisfaction, in my experience, tend to have better marriages than those who are, picking a career for whatever reason, whether it's, just to try and make more money or because of something that their parents wanted them to do or whatever those external demands are. So I think, being true to yourself is probably the best piece of advice I can give to somebody who's considering marriage and considering a career.
Yeah, and who knows with 2020, because things are so wacky this year anyways. Jennifer Hargrave, a family attorney here in Dallas, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.